Spider-Man 2 is just awesome. It's the best game that I played this year so far. It is now tied with Batman Arkham Knight as my favorite superhero games of all time. This game is just pure fun. I love the gameplay, love the combat, love the graphics. The story is really nice too. The villains are really cool. Amazing variety of enemies, huge open world to just fool around and swing around in. Then three of my absolute favorite things about the game. Number one, traversal. Whether you are swinging around or gliding, the sheer sense of speed is just mind blowing. There is a fast travel system present, but man, I never used it because I loved swinging and gliding around so much. It is so fluid and made me fall in love with the game. Number 2, the sheer amount and variety of costumes present in the game. Just mind blowing. The game gives you an insane amount of costumes for both Peter and Miles. I've tried so many costumes for both the characters, and there are so many others that I still need to unlock. I was simply blown away by the amount of costumes present in the game. The costumes are one of my absolute favorite things about the game, just loved them. Then it's Venom. There is a particular portion of the story where you get to play as Venom, like his true form, and that portion is easily my favorite from the entire story. It was just amazing. It lasts for maybe about half an hour or a little more than that, but those were some of the best moments in the story, gameplay wise, for me, because I just loved the way the game allows you to experience the true strength of Venom, like his capabilities, and it was just crazy. It was amazing, really well done. The opening boss fight, Craven's absolute badass character, Martin Lee's character, the boss fight against Scream, all these were some of the other highlights for me from the story. Other small things that I really liked about the game are the ability to interact with the NPCs and also the fact that they react to Spidey's presence on the streets. It makes the whole game world feel more alive. Then the ability to switch between Peter and Miles whenever you want to, just like switching characters in GTA 5. It was also really cool. And also the ability to change the in-game time was a really nice one. Then the difficulty also was really well balanced. I played on amazing and it was neither too difficult nor too easy. It was a decent challenge, just the way I like it. The only thing that I kind of disliked about this game were the boss fights. And no, I'm not talking about the bosses themselves. I think the bosses were fantastic, all of them. But the boss fights were not that fun because you have to beat the enemies multiple times. You beat them once and their health bar it refills. You beat them again and the whole process goes on for a few times. So it just starts to feel like a chore. It was not a major issue, but did manage to frustrate me quite a bit. And it is pretty much the only thing that comes to my mind if I try to find negatives about this game. Apart from this, the only other thing has to be the basic nature of the stealth mechanics. Like the stealth portions were way too easy, for me at least, and really basic, but they were fun too. I mean, I'm not going to say that the stealth part is a negative, but it was basic. Apart from that, there is nothing not to like about this game. Like, it's just a really well done title. The graphics, the sound design, everything is just amazing, and it has that heart of a Spider-Man game which you expect, the emotions and stuff. The story is fantastic, lots of side content, and I pretty much rushed through the story, didn't really do much of the side content, so that is what I'm going after now. And I completed the game in about 11 days, I think, and it was a super fun time that I had with the story. Usually, it's very difficult for me to, game after a busy day at work. It's usually just the weekends when I play games, but this game had me excited enough that I managed to pretty much race through the main story in 10-11 days, and I played on weekdays, which is not the case with me most of the times unless I'm playing something really special, which this title definitely is. It's just a must play game in my opinion. It really made me feel like a child again, brought back so many memories of the original Spider-Man movies and some of the animated shows and whatnot. And yeah, one thing to know is that I've never played Spider-Man 1 or Miles Morales. I do have some experience with Spider-Man 1 gameplay, which I played for like an hour maybe at a game parlor back in 2018 when the game released. But apart from that, I've never completed the story or stuff. So maybe I'll go to that title as well because I really enjoyed this one. But as far as I remember, the traversal in that game was not as speedy as this one, and there was no interaction with the NPCs as far as I can remember. Do correct me if I'm wrong. This title offers awesome value. After completing the main story, which is like 15 hours long, you can go for the new game plus, or you can free roam just like I'm gonna be doing for a while now. Like I'm gonna be jumping in for 15-20 minutes, completing a mission or two, the side missions that are left. Lots of them are left. I've actually raced through the main story, ignoring most of the side content. So that is what I'm going to be going through and checking out different costumes and whatnot, just free roaming and fighting enemies in the random encounters. I'm done with the commitment part of the game, which was the story, but still there is a ton of fun to be had here. The side missions, the free roaming, the costumes and whatnot. I found another stress buster title for myself and I highly recommend it to you as well. And if you're someone who has played both Spider-Man 1 and 2, do let me know which one is the better game in your opinion overall. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.